So yesterday I watched Joker and I felt it would have the same impact on this generation what Taxi Driver had. If you don't know about Taxi Driver, Google it. See the cult status that film has. First thing first, we'll start with the review of Joker. What if the world is seen from the eyes of a man who world considers lunatic, but when you see things from his perspective, you realize he's not that lunatic. When you will start with the film, you feel like it is a very dark, gritty film and gives kind of a art film kind of vibes. But as soon as the film progresses, you realize it has a certain kind of depth and story is so much layered. Layered का मतलब यहाँ पर ये है कम शब्दों में बहुत कुछ कहना चाह रही है. There are ample amount of plot twists filled in this film, and you realize that you have grounded for Joaquin Phoenix's portrayal of this man Arthur, aka Joker, who is so much like us. अब like us का मतलब यहाँ पर ये है कि मतलब मैं ये नहीं कहना चाह कि हम पागल हैं, बट हमारे भी सेम थॉट्स जो कि जोनाकिन फिनिक्स का कैरेक्टर फील करता है टाइम एंड अगेन. With every dots getting connected by the end, it gives a complete sense of feeling to the film. Directed by Todd Phillips, जिन्होंने Hangover और Due Date जैसी comedies बनाई थी, this is some serious badass film he has made. The film at times reminded me of Raman Raghav, but not at all for good reasons. Raman Raghav was too pretentious towards the story of its film, but this one seems so real, and there's so much pain you feel for Arthur. And while this character Arthur is doing unjust to the people, he's doing bad things, still you ground for him. The final verdict is, this was the DC film which we all wanted. It is a perfect anti-hero film. It will be considered as an example to how to make an anti-hero film for years to come. Okay, next is ending explanation, spoilers alert. There could have been multiple closure points, but Todd Phillips gave a complete closure to the film. While Joker kills his idol Murray, he realizes कि उसको finally उसकी audience मिल गई, as he is getting telecasted on the television. So he dances while he is being telecasted on the television. The chaos in the city is at its peak now, as the people are fed up of the authorities and rich people. So they are on the road creating movement against the establishment, and we feel that Joker is their hero. Here, our Joker is watching the world burn, and he knew he was that seed who created all this. But soon, his car in which he was being carried by the policemen gets crashed by an ambulance. But we get to know it was a pre-planned crash by the people who consider Joker their hero. They take him out and bring him in the center, as he is their messiah now. Joker finds his audience clapping for him, cheering for him, which he all ever wanted, but couldn't get the same. Finally, we could see a solace on Arthur's face, and he has found his real identity, which is the Joker. After this, the scene cuts to some years ago where we see Arthur in an asylum with the same psychiatrist whom he used to visit earlier. Arthur is thinking from the past how his actions led to the killing of Thomas Wayne and ended up making Bruce Wayne an orphan. He is laughing on the god's play. The psychiatrist watches him smiling and asks him what he is thinking about. Arthur refrains from sharing things to her, because he now knows that the psychiatrist was never ever interested in listening to his thoughts. When insisted by her to tell his thoughts, he tells her blatantly that she won't understand. The scene directly cuts to the hallway of the asylum, and we see Arthur walking out of the room with his shoes filled with the blood. This makes clear that Joker has returned and has killed the psychiatrist. The camera fixes in the hallway, and we see that Joker is trying to break in from the asylum, but ended up making a chaos again. The film ends with the old school The End, a perfect blend of anti-hero film turning into vigilante kind of vibes with a very chaotic atmosphere throughout. Todd Phillips refrained from creating those cheap cliffhangers like Marvel does, so he does not give the post-credit scene. So, for a change, that's good. Okay, if you found something interesting about this film, do share with us in comments. If there's any other observation about the film, do share with us. Please give love to the video so that I can make more videos on the films. Thank you so much. Thanks.